What's going on YouTube, man? So in this video, I'm gonna talk about not only the company you keep, but the value of your friends. And more importantly, the value of your friends, because I started to gravitate towards people who could really help me. And when I mean by help me, I mean like not just with academics, not with like anything personal, but just with everything in general. Like if you could have somebody that has a general person for you, that's great. And some people have their dad, some people have their mom, but what if you didn't have that? Like who would you gravitate towards? Let's get into the video. Okay, bam. So me, man, I got plenty of people I could talk to, but this particular friend, man, he's a lot older than I am. I actually went to, I met him here in Alabama, but at the same time, it was unexpected. But this person is a veteran himself. That's right, a veteran himself, man. He's a Marine veteran. He was a Marine sniper. He's seen more stuff than I could ever imagine, but at the same time, he has lived life that way. If I had a question, I could ask him. And a lot of things that he did say made sense, but in this video, man, we're gonna talk about counseling and why I decided to get into counseling. But before we get into all of that, man, I'm gonna tell you the value of having friends like that. The value of having friends like that definitely helps me just because it could save me with time, emotional trauma, and pretty much just downright effort and money. Like just having somebody who could tell you, hey man, do it this way, because when I did it, it didn't work out that way. Now, when you're dealing with people like that, you could do one of two things. You can either listen or you can not listen. And either way, it's up to you. The reason why I say that is because a lot of us, man, we tend to get a lot of information and not listen to it. We cast it over to the wayside, or we wait until it's too late to actually use the information. Now, is that necessarily our fault? I don't think so. I think a lot of us have to go through certain scenarios, and it might be multiple times you go through the scenario. You might have to do stuff differently in order just to get a different result. And I think that's what growing is all about, because if we knew everything, then we wouldn't have to grow. If you didn't have to grow, then what's the purpose of anything, really? All right, cool. So where did the whole counseling situation even come from, right? Obviously, it comes from us going through everything that we go through just by being in the military, but also it comes from having to travel a lot and have to restart your life everywhere you go. Now, when you restart your life everywhere you go, it's like a never-ending cycle. If you haven't experienced that, then good for you. But for the ones that have experienced the never-ending cycle, it's kind of like you uproot yourself. You go to another location, and now you don't know nobody at this location. You uproot yourself, then you have to go to another location. Now think about that about 6 or 7 times in a whole career. So that really does weigh on the person, right? So I've been uprooted probably like 4 times now, and each time I go through the same cycle. And so that cycle would be, you arrive, you don't know nobody, you don't know where to live, you don't really know where the good stores are, you don't know where the food is at, you barely know where the gym is at, and somehow you have to pretty much recreate the life that you did have where you were comfortable into a place where you're not comfortable, and you got about maybe 3 to 4 years to do it. So that's pretty much the cycle. So how do you stop that cycle? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you just pause it with the military? Of course not. That cycle doesn't ever stop, right? So what you can do is identify what you did good and what you did bad. And in my sense, now I'm starting to identify what I did bad, right? And so what I started doing bad was I would rely so much on the military experience and like getting to know people where I'm at. And then I just like work on my personal life later, right? And so then you would just cut off friends and family. And then it's more of a me versus the world type of idea. But at the same time, that's not good for me or the good for the people who really love and care about me. So I started to think like, okay, how can I change this cycle and make it positive instead of always repeating the same things over and over? And that's where the idea of going to counseling originated from. So I was like, all right, cool, man, I'll go to counseling. Let's just see what it's about. So I decided to go to counseling, not only to see what it's about, but to actually go there with an open mind and just get a mental checkup. Like, hey, how you doing? How is this progressing? How you feeling about this? What's going on with this? Only reason why I say that is because that'll be a confidential way for you to get things off your chest. That way things don't build up and then you destroy what you built so hard, especially in your personal life. Because let's be honest, like in the military, bro, like a lot of stuff that we go through, you could get it back. You know what I'm saying? I seen people like really lose rank and get all that rank back. But like the people that care about you in your life, those aren't the people that you could get back as quickly. And so we got to really like keep that in mind as we go through life, because we're getting older. It's not like you could rewind time or just hang that person up on the coat rack or hang your mom on the coat rack and be like, Mom, when I'm ready, I'll come back to get you. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So everything's about a balance. And so I pretty much just want to make sure everybody know that. Balance is real, man. That rank is not going to keep you warm at night, just like we say these degrees not going to keep you warm at night. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, because that's what we're here to do anyway. And then, you know what I'm saying, that way we all establish and lift each other up. You know what I'm saying, lift as we climb, and I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.